All right, Coach, second scrimmage 6 days after the first. What did you see from the team tonight?
I saw improvement from scrimmage one, which is what you would have suspected. Derek got us going again offensively, explosive play in a drive to a touchdown drive to get things going. But the night belonged to the defense. I think from start to finish, they were, the one defense was pretty dominant tonight.
The front seven was really flying. What did you see out of that?
Yeah, I thought our defensive line was excellent. Very disruptive. Silvera had a sack, McLeod had a sack, Elijah Roberts had a sack, DeAndre Johnson had a sack. I thought Corey Flagg had a great scrimmage. Keontre Smith at PBU and a bunch of tackles. Wayman Steed had 4 tackles, did some really good things. They were just they made themselves hard to run the ball against. Put the offense in some long yard situations where you could get in some pressure situations.
What did you see on the back end for the secondary?
Well, our tackling was night and day from last week. We tackled much better. Very little run after the catch. Just a lot of guys swimming on the ball, a lot of confidence. We're like I said, big strides from where we were a week ago.
You mentioned Derek's opening drive, but how did the quarterbacks look 1 through 3 tonight?
Yeah, Derek hit the long one, and obviously we didn't get Derek a ton tonight, but hit the long one to Keyshawn Smith, which was encouraging to see. Van Dyke led a drive at the very end, ended up finishing with 2 touchdowns. Jake was 8 for 12. So and again, a lot of those guys were facing the teeth of the rush, pretty tough. So again, I think they're all continuing to show that we can win with all 3 of them. And we'll continue into Bama prep now and sort of go from there.
The young receivers also had a good night again.
Yeah, those guys, Brashard, 5 catches. Jacoby had 5 catches again. Brinson had 57 yards receiving. Great to see. I mentioned Keyshawn Smith. Restrepo had a couple touchdowns. So again, we've got some depth. I think we've got some, like we said, we've got to figure out, okay, who can we go take to now accomplish a mission? Because now we've got a mission to come together, and I think those guys will be a part of it.
Now your team transitions from camp mode to game week, or
right.
Game prep mode for week 1. What do you see in the next couple of days is important for you?
Yeah, you've got to come together now. So, spring ball, summer workouts, the first 2 weeks of training camp, it's really, it's about the improvement of the individual player. Okay, as if you took a car, took all the parts apart, and you're trying to get every part to be as good as you can. Now you got to build the machine back together again to go take it on the road. We know we've got a formidable challenge in week 1. So we've got to look at our roster, look at the performances in the scrimmage, the individual performances, and say, okay, who can we put in what role to accomplish the mission that we have to accomplish week 1, week 2, week 3, all the way to week 12 to get ourselves in Charlotte. So that's what the coaches will be spending the next 48 hours doing. And like I said, we've got some good. So we got some good work in tonight. I'm excited about where we're at.